Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. My name is John Mainland. I'm here with a lady whom I've known for probably 4 or 5 years now. Mrs. Ann Barnett. She's the Auditor Controller, got a big title here, County Clerk, and the Register of Voters. Thanks for being with us, Ann. Appreciate it. And what we're attempting to do today is to give you a little bit better education on what the voting process is all about. You're probably going to see a few of these, and this is one of many, and I hope that we'll see you at the polls. And we sent out a on-the-street reporter, if you will, named Antoinette. And she asked some people coming in to the Kern County Fair a couple of different questions about what we're talking about today. So let's cut away and see what she came up with.
What's the difference between a general and primary election?
A primary election is when you're choosing the person running for it, and then the other one is when everyone's voting for the actual president, right?
Primary is initial.
Why do you think it is important to vote?
To be able to voice our opinion so we can choose our leaders and know what happens.
This is my right to vote.
It's important to choose like the right candidate because like if you're for like certain things, then it will help your future and better you as a person and your community and the United States.
Oh gosh, how much time do we have? Because people have given their lives, women have given their lives to be able to vote, because what I have to say makes a difference.
That's it.
Antoinette, thank you very much. And you know, one question that was asked that I always find very interesting, because we all have different ideas, but and I have my own opinions, but why do you think it's important to vote?
Because our system of government is based upon participation of its citizens. And if we want to be represented, we better speak through the ballot box.
We agree. Ann, if I become a poll worker, do I have to attend any training?
Yes, you do. A poll worker must attend a mandatory 3 to 4 hour training on the overview of an election. If you are an inspector, you're required to attend another training. If you are going to be working with the touchscreens, we'd like you to be touchscreen certified, which is an additional training. Okay. So our poll workers are pretty well trained.
Okay. When's the first day I can vote by mail, or the mail ballot? When will it be issued?
Actually, you could have voted in my office on Monday the 6th.
Really? Interesting. If somebody wants to vote by mail just for this election to avoid the rush or the long lines at the polls, how does he or she go about doing that?
When you get your sample ballot, if you turn it over on the back, there's an application for an absentee or vote by mail ballot. You can fill it out and send it in. You can fax it in. You can write a letter asking for an absentee ballot. But we do require a signature, which is why when you go to our website and send a request by email, it has to be either by mail or fax, because we need a signature.
Okay. And what are the advantages of voting by mail?
Well, if you vote by mail, you can vote at your own convenience, at your leisure, and you can avoid long lines. We anticipate a huge turnout.
I hear that vote by mail ballots are not counted. Is that true?
That's absolutely untrue. The results you see at 8:05 on election night are vote by mail ballots.
Okay.
All eligible vote by mail ballots that are received either at the polls or in our office are counted prior to us certifying the election.
Okay, this is that canvassing period then.
Yes.
Okay. What is the last day you can cast a vote by mail ballot?
It depends if you need to mail us a request or not. If you're going to mail a request for a vote by mail ballot, you need to do it by October 28th so that we can get the ballot to you in time for you to get the ballot back to us.
Okay.
If you don't request it prior to that, you can come into our office anytime between then and Election Day and vote, or you can go to the polling place and vote provisionally.
Okay. If I lose my ballot, how can I get another one?
Well, you have to remember, you can't vote twice. So if you lose it, you can call our office and we will give you another one. But you need to make sure that you destroy the first one, because we will know if you vote twice.
If I just moved recently within Kern County, what do I do about casting my vote?
If you moved within Kern County, you will be registered, and you were registered. You will be registered at your old polling place. If you've moved within the last 14 days, you have the option of going to your old polling place and voting there, or you can go to your new polling place and you will be asked to vote provisionally and re-register there.
Okay. Re-register at the polling place?
Yes.
Okay. If I live in another county but work in Kern County, can I vote in Kern County?
No, you can't, because there are things on the ballot that you're not entitled to vote on.
Oh. I'm going to leave the county, not permanently, but can I get my ballot early?
Yes. You can come into our office and request a vote by mail ballot and vote there, or you can take it with you. Just make sure you get it back to us on time.
Mm. And if I have trouble reading, is it possible to get somebody to help me?
Absolutely. You can bring someone with you, or someone at the polls will help you.
Okay. Let's say I'm in a mail ballot precinct only and I never received my ballot. Is there something I can do?
Yes. You may either go to a polling place nearby, if you know where one is, and vote there, or you can come to the office.
Okay. And just out of curiosity, why wouldn't I have a polling place?
Because if you are in an area where the number of registered voters is less than 250, by law, we're not required to have a polling place, and so we create mail ballot precincts.
And under what circumstances would I have to show my driver's license when I register? And I understand this wasn't required before.
It's still not required. The only time you have to show ID is if you are a first-time registrar or voter, and we will ask you to show ID at the polls.
I know everyone seems to be having problems with using their Social Security, but is there any time I would ever have to use that?
Never the full number. If you do not have a driver's license or a California ID to put on your registration form, you may use the last 4 digits of your Social Security number.
I don't want to lose any pay or jeopardize my job by taking time off to vote. Are there any laws in place that prevent this from happening?
Yes, state law allows for 2 hours of paid leave to go vote. Ideally, you should work it out with your employee for a most convenient time for both of you.
How many feet does someone, I guess you'd call them an electioneer, have to be from the polls on election day when the votes are being cast?
Anybody who's campaigning needs to be 100 feet away from the entrance of the polling site.
Okay. And who measures that?
If I have to, I'll send troubleshooters out with a 100-foot rope to measure it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you again for allowing us to come into your homes, take a little bit of your time, maybe explain some questions that you may have had. But again, I'd like to stress the importance that this is going to be an extremely important election, and your vote, you just need to do it. And I'd like to give you an opportunity. Is there anything else that you'd like to talk about and make sure that the people know about before this election?
Thank you. You're right, this is a very important election, and I hope that voters take it very seriously, read the materials that they get in the mail, be prepared when they go to the polls, have that sample ballot marked already when you go into the polling place. Because it's 2 full pages, If you're not ready, it's going to take you a long time to read the ballot and make your selections. Meanwhile, people are going to be waiting for you to finish. So please take care of that ahead of time.
So this is only common courtesy. You know, nobody likes to stand in line, but if you decide, do that.
Yes.
So, please vote. Thank you.